Alrighty. In our last episode, we wrapped up our 43rd session. Congratulations, boys. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see. In that last episode, the Crimson Bones prepared for another day of adventuring with their latest contract for Glarthier and the impending duel between Brillo the Many of the Pack of Chains, a rival or perhaps now ally adventuring party, and Ulzgud Bone-Breaker of the Crimson Bones, of course. With Skeezewell Binbag fetching some tasty provisions in the marketplace, and Syphax returning from his shopping adventure successfully, noon drew quickly as the fight loomed over the city. Word spread quickly throughout the town, gathering folk from different walks of life throughout the city under the goal of watching two warrior figures beat the living snot out of each other for entertainment and glory. Skeezewell, Binbag, and Mandion Gelden got to work capitalizing on the potential profit gained from the event, holding bets and betting respectfully. As the rain poured, Ulzgud and Brillo's fight went underway, with Ulzgud Bone-Breaker of the Crimson Bones emerging victorious. With a squad of guardsmen approaching, and the once cheering crowd now dissipating rather hurriedly, with Mandion and Skeezewell spread out in pursuit of their winnings, we find our heroes here. At noon, the sun, greatly hidden and masked behind a dark wall of clouds that dot over the flat landscape that spreads as far as the eye can see. The lush green and brown fieldworks of Garza surround you, gentlemen, as you are all kind of in this ruffian encampment on the outskirts of the wall of the city. And it seems like a guard raid of some type is undergoing, as there's the guard presence here has suddenly escalated quite quickly. We find Ulzgud Bone-Breaker in like the center of pretty much still of the fighting ring. Brillo and Schrob just weaving with some parting words with Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. Let's see. Let's stop that. With him, we have Syphax, who's trying to administer some light aid to Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, but you know it will be useless. Your wounds are, you are in need of rest.
Yeah, for sure.
And it may seem in your best interest to, we leave the area and change situation. As there is a very heavily armored man approaching you, and on his shoulder are 3 pairs of guards, totaling half a dozen. And they are beelining pretty much straight for you in like a V formation. It seems like they at least have some words for you.
What
is it you decide to do? Okay, all right. Very good. You really aren't in the position to flee. I wouldn't quite say. The gathering rain at this time now, a decent storm is indeed flowing now upon the area, and it's muddy. It's getting muddy quick. It could very well impede one's movement if one isn't careful. It's becoming difficult terrain rather quickly. That being said, these this especially this armored individual in the front is trudging over before he stops suddenly, probably about a good 20 or so feet away. The rain pouring, people dissipating out in the distance. It should be said. Skeezewell, Binbag, and Mandion and Gelden, you guys are separated from one another and the rest of the group. I'm not exactly sure how far you guys would have gone out of line of sight from, one another in pursuit of your earned riches from your games of bets that you gentlemen have participated in respectively. Skeezewell, Binbag, you've kind of quickly managed to settle your situation. You made out with less gold than you would have liked, as you were unable to evade the people that struck it really good with the odds against them. But you made out with 30 gold pieces, as was given to you last session. Something, but certainly not as much as you were hoping to gain. And now the area is just, again, rush with guardsmen.
Skeezewell hates guardsmen. Skeezewell, I want to find where everyone is. Are we already all gathered?
No, Master Binbag. I'm not exactly too sure where you would be. Probably not out of line of sight of Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, but you notice that a flock of guardsmen are, seemingly approaching Ulzgud Bone-Breaker at this time. So it seems he may be compromised.
Alright, I can see Ulzgud. I'm going towards Ulzgud.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Regardless, you move forth to stand next to your comrade in arms as you know him. Very good. Very good. Okay. So be it. So be it. You take note of, there's quite a few, there's probably, you count at least a dozen guards out of your periphery, just kind of marching through the camp, some with torches, some with these, these very long pole arms that kind of form a C at the end. Man catchers, you know them to be a pretty nasty law enforcement tool. Powerful in the right hands. And they're questioning some people. Some people are putting up some resistance, and there's some escalations and fights going on. People are being dragged through the mud in some occasions. It's the atmosphere of the once cheerful and excellent fighting ring has diminished most most quickly. Mandion and Gelden, I imagine you're probably somewhere not too far out of line of sight as well, if that, of Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. What's your play, okay, Mandion and Gelden? Are you still in search of your those that owe you some coin?
Yeah, I made a note that I was gonna keep the guy I made a bet with in line of sight, and after the fight ended, I was heading towards him.
Okay, indeed, very good. I would say you're probably speaking to that individual as now this raid of guardsmen all of a sudden come, and the scrappy guy's like, here, just take it. I promise it's all here. I need to get going before this is getting rough.
All 400, right?
Yeah, I promise. Just take it and go.
All right, good. Get out of here.
And the guy, dons a bit of a heavier travel cloak and kind of tucks in, another large coin purse. You notice, Mandion and Gelden, kind of like in this small, burlap kind of, just like wrapped, of like linens or something to that effect. And he kind of, looks both ways and makes his way through some various tents and so on. You're just surrounded by these blue guardsmen that are chasing people all around, and seems like one or two kind of notice you.
I'm going to put the cloak up over my helmet and
Nice.
keep my back turned towards them and just watch the watch the bookkeeper run away with his coin purse.
Yeah. You see, you watch as like, one or two of the guards are, tap on each other's shoulder and point. You know, you see, you know, like one or two give chase after him, and and you have, you know, and are you moving at this time, Mandion and Gelden?
Is there like, are there a bunch more like right around me, or are those like the only two?
There's, ooh, those are probably the only two that you think have noticed you, because there's, you know, a nice like half turned over wagon next to you, and there's a whole bunch of, you know, different like little tents and so on spread about. It's an odd little encampment here in the middle of this recently harvested farm field. Pretty spacious, but with definitely obstacles to hide and run through, and, you know, etc. But you feel like it wouldn't be too long until you ran into another guardsman. There's just, you know, there's so many of them. But there's definitely avenues, you know, for you to go if you choose.
I just wanted to, if they're not like on top of me, just kind of look back towards the arena where Ulzgud did, and just kind of act like a lingering spectator. Just kind of
okay.
Understand like what the guards are doing and everything like that.
Nice. Okay. Understood. Give me a,
Did I get all 400 gold, by the way?
Ooh, okay. Alright, okay. Do you want to, like, you know, position yourself over by the arena and kind of, you know, keep keeping an eye out, count your gold?
Yeah, kind of
Okay,
like as if I was like in the, you know, the top back of the crowd, just kind of like, you know, hanging out. Just
Understood. Okay.
watching out what's going on.
Okay.
Count my gold.
All right. Give me a perception check for the whole thing.
Check.
Ooh, very good. You feel, you know, just feeling it. It feels like it's, you know, about, you know, the weight of a few hundred gold pieces, you know.
All right.
So that, you know, that fills you with reassurance immediately. It'll probably take, you know, a good minute or two to count 400 gold pieces, if, you know, indeed
It is true.
there are that many in there. Just kind of scanning around as you're, you know, thumbing through it to make sure, you know, there's no, you know, it's not like half silver or what have you. Yeah, you just take note of a great many you know, it seems like the guardsmen are halting anyone who seems, you know, to be of any suspicious caliber at all. Indeed, you're watching, you know, an echelon of them you have a nice view of the fighting ring, probably like opposite of Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, probably about a good 60 feet or so away. And you are definitely making note of the, you know, this heavily armored individual with, you know, a fleet of guardsmen, you know, that's moved closing into Ulzgud Bone-Breaker as they stop short of his position. And you see the helmetless figure, large wedge-like, you know, sideburns on this helmetless individual. Raises up one arm, and you know, three guardsmen rush over, heading in the direction of Schrob and Brillo, closing the distance in that direction. And you watch Ulzgud Bone-Breaker as you're kind of, you know, standing to your feet with Syphax assisting you at your side. The helmetless individual step a bit more forward towards you. It is a probably, you know, darkly haired, parted, about 6 feet tall or so human. It seems to you could very well be a tan-skinned Breton of some kind. You know, kind of hard to say. Excellent looking armor. Looks like a, you know, a hardened steel of some caliber. You know, definitely a warrior individual, it seems to you. Though perhaps maybe not on the strongest side. Hard to tell with this armor these types like to wear. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you know how it is. And this individual just kind of nods towards you, and then looks over his left shoulder, and just kind of tilts his head in a way. And the guardsman next to him nods his head and makes his way, like, you know, trotting over to you in the mud, and reaching in his pocket, draws something at you. rather quickly. For you, sir. And you you take a closer look, and it's a note. Syphax kind of like reaches out and grabs it. Hey, thanks. And Syphax hands you this scroll, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, if you care to take it.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
will take it and see what it says.
So be it. So be it. I'll be adding a strange letter from the Garza Authority to your handout section. And with that, the Garza's like, I saw a bit of your fight. Excellent work.
Ah, thanks. What's your name? I'm Ulzgud.
Oh, I am Henry.
Oh, Henry. What can I do for you?
I'm afraid there's nothing you can do for me, sir. The sergeant just had me deliver this letter. I'm not privy to the contents of it. My understanding is you are not under questioning at this time, though I am ordered to ask where you are resting within the city at this time.
Red-faced Jacks.
Oh, that's so. Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Traveler?
Henry's with the guard, correct? He's
yeah,
not
yeah.
just like some dude.
Yeah, no. Henry straight up, he just seems like, typical guard, it seems to you. The other
I'd like
helmetless
to hold on
individuals.
for a sec. Before he walks away.
Ooh, okay,
I
all
have
right.
something that would probably interest you, Henry. And I reach into my bag and I pull out my guard ID of Edward.
Say it isn't so. Where'd you get that?
I will also pull out my Kenku skull. I'll throw it on the ground and say, one of these filthy animals slew him.
Sergeant. Yeah, this guard, young guard Henry turns immediately to this other helmetless figure who gave seems to be calling the shots, and who has already started to turn away, to continue ushering about this raid for lack of better phrasing on this ruffian encampment. And the figure turns back and starts making his way towards you. A guard over each of his shoulders. He's like, yes, what is it, Henry? You know we're busy, and I care not for this weather. Yes. Sorry, sir. You have to hear what this arena fighter has to say. Please tell him what you told me. And he points out the Kenku skull and so on.
Yeah, I kick at it and tell him what I told the other.
Oh, I see. So you must have been there with Brulo the Many.
Yeah, that's kind of how this whole thing started.
Interesting. Well, I have many questions for you, Outlander. Or native, perhaps, I should say. Judging by the look of you. Anyway. I'm sure we can find you within the city. As I will not allow you to leave it for now. Not until I'm finished questioning you. I won't subject you to speaking to me with your injuries, nor force us to speak in this cruel weather.
Fair enough.
You'll find in the contents of that letter an invitation to meet with me tomorrow. I hope that you'll consider it.
Very well.
And the figure turns and leaves, just like that. And the guardsman as well takes the evidence. Let's say he's like, huh. Well, I hope your intentions are good, stranger. And the guardsman just kind of turns away from you as well. Syphax was like, oh shit. That was close.
I'll pick my Kenku skull back up.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So be it. So be it. You can remove the Edward, the Edward identification from your inventory. Seemingly, hey, doing your part. It seems. And you take note, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, of Bruo and Schrob, who are on the edge of the pit as you and Syphax are kind of making your way over yonder. Making your way out of the pit as well and heading toward the city. You spot Mandion and Gelden over yonder. Looks like he's fiddling with something, and there's two guards over his shoulder that seem to be closing the distance to him, rather curiously. And you notice out of your right periphery an individual making their way over, and it's Skeezewell Binbag. Thank goodness. So at least Skeezewell Binbag is also accounted for at this time.
Hey, well, it was good. We gotta get out of here. There's too many guards. I hate guards.
I hear you. This weather sucks. Let's go to Redface Jack's. I need to go rest.
Hell yeah, me too.
Someone should probably go trail that skeg.
Ooh.
Or do you guys want to wait until tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know.
Trail the skeg.
Whoa.
Andy and Gelden will enter the ring now that he sees that the guards are turning away. There's no trouble.
Nice. Okay, very good. And Gelden starts making his way over toward Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, and company, as you guys are making, pretty much on the edge of the arena at this time now. And the two guards that were kind of, trailing behind me and Gelden start to slow down. They're like, their tempo changes to a more subtle one all of a sudden. And then all of a sudden they look over yonder, kind of past Mandion, Ulzgud, and you look over yonder as Brillo is being restrained by some of the guardsmen after seemingly putting up a bit of a ruckus. So get your hands off me! And you pretty much elbows one right in the face, and you hear the jingle of a helmet rattling, and you hear all the guards like whoa, so, and then you see two with those large pole arms with the man catchers you've heard them called, and they're pretty devious from an entire 10 feet away. You watch as they pin Brillo behind the knee, and it brings Brillo down, and then the other one kind of pins his right arm to his body, and then they just kind of push him down to the ground, and Brillo pretty much at that point is incapacitated. He does his best to resist, but against he can't reach to strike the guards as they have him pinned, and two other guardsmen come over with manacles and shackle his arms and his legs. But about a minute or so, and that's pretty much the last you make of Schrob and Brillo as the Crimson Bones make their way out of the storm toward the city and toward sweet refuge that is Redface Jack's. Eventually, you gentlemen catch up with the vast majority of the crowd that's funneling their way into the city. And after a good grueling 20-minute or so wait, shuffling through traffic in the pouring rain, you eventually make your way back into Redface Jack's. To find the place fairly full. High noon and opens to the public, So, and indeed, the public is in here. Good old red-faced Jacks.
Mandy and Gelden would like to work on the Glarthier mission, because we said we'd meet him at midnight tonight,
Oh shit.
and I don't want him to, you know, reduce our payment for missing a scheduled date or something. So I'm gonna
Good man.
go look for Skeg, I suppose. Is it Skeg Ironfoot or Ironfor? What is it?
It is Skeg Ironfoot, yeah. You say it correctly, Mandion Gelden. Are you informing the rest of the Crimson Bones as to your intentions?
Yes. I will remind Ulzgud of the beetle, and I won't even go into Red-Faced Jacks. I'm gonna split off from the group. Just keep
Damn.
walking straight
Damn.
into the heart of the city.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Skeezewell Binbag had an interest in doing that. Skeezewell Binbag, you watch as Mandion Gelden splits away from the tavern that is Red-Faced Jacks and makes his way, seemingly off on some adventure.
I'm looking back at the group. My arm raised, like any takers.
Damn.
But I don't slow down. I just keep walking.
Come on, Skeezewell Binbag.
Skeezewell doesn't protest. Skeezewell needs the rest as well.
Oh, hey, Charles. Okay, all right. So be it. So be it. Skeezewell Binbag. You may reside with the rest of the Crimson Bones, and Syphax will stay as well. Within the bustling hustle and bustle of Red-Faced Jacks. Yeah, this Mandion Gelden will have a solo adventure, it seems, out on the hunt for Skeg Ironfoot.
Yeah.
Who I think Mandion Gelden is the only one of the party who has coincidentally met that character, so it may very well be advantageous to that degree.
Very true.
I've already seen him in the flesh already. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay, very good. Mandion Gelden alone in the Windy City. Oh, very exciting. Okay. Mandion Gelden, we'll get to you in just a moment.
Very good.
But you'll be finding yourself continuing to shuffle along the main road in the herd of traffic that people are rushing in, both from the nearby fields from the rain, and also all of the people that were partaking in the event are also rushing into the city at this time. So unless you want to branch off into some of the little side alleyways and so on of Garza, the main road will be a slow shuffle through the rain, but a safer route.
That's just fine with me. I will take the main route.
Okay.
I'm not looking for any trouble. I'm gonna keep my my cloak on with my, mask not covering my face, trying to keep as normal of appearance as possible.
Okay. Very good. So be it. The rest of the Crimson Bones will reside in Red-Faced Jacks. Pretty exciting.
Very
exciting. Okay. Very good. Ulzgud, as you weed into Red-Faced Jacks, Syphax's arm, your arm over his shoulder. Quite a few patrons, look over, and I'll cheer and raise a glass immediately upon seeing you. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, like, ah, there he is. Well fought, laddie, hey. So a roar of quite a few. You see quite a few wet, dirty people. Obviously event goers.
Nice.
Who seem more than excited to have you.
Ulzgud looks at Syphax. You got some coin on you?
A little bit, yeah. Why?
Let's get some drinks.
Oh shoot! Okay.
And
Side effects
I would
will
like
come
to short rest at the bar, drinking with the homies.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Master Binbag, is there anything you're up to in particular in the bar?
Skeezewell's counting his gold.
Okay. Very good. Very good. You are anxious to be separated from the bag of holding and Mandion Gelden, of course. But you know, it is what it is. You count the gold that you've gained. A healthy sum. Let's see. The hour. An hour cometh for the short rest gang as Mandion Gelden is out in the streets. Oh, so exciting.
Out in the streets.
Let's see. Or rain, out in the streets. All right, Master Gelden, shuffling along the main road. Let's see. The weather's seemingly getting only more violent as time goes on. Let's see. About 15 minutes or so go by until you reach the very market district. It is slow going out here. Some people are panicking. Could very well be a good portion of these people aren't local residents or indeed the brightest, and people in crowds can do some awfully wild things. So thank God you're wearing this metallic suit. You think to yourself as you pound through some of the peasantry, and at about the time you make it to the square, probably about an entire half hour or so into your journey, the traffic begins to thin out and the spacing widens. What is the game plan, Mandion Gelden? You find yourself in the square of Garza. Is there a destination in particular?
I'd like to go to Skeg's blacksmith shop.
Oh, okay.
Or at least when he worked at. I don't know if it was his.
You're familiar. You're familiar with the area.
I'm not gonna go directly to him. I'd like to, act like I'm shopping outside and observe what he's doing at first. See if he's even there.
Makes sense to me. Okay. Let's see. Cross the square.
I know it's just supposed to observe him for a day. I don't remember there being a specific thing I'm looking for, right?
Indeed. The client was a little vague. He just suspected that this individual was some type of conspirator. It seemed from his description. So he's just looking for seemingly evidence to this to that end.
Gotcha.
I believe his words were, whatever you think may be interesting, I will likely find interesting as well. I think you really are going in a bit blind on this one. You're at least familiar with where you think you can find the individual. So with that in your mind, you make your way. Are you planning upon just a straightforward route? No preference.
Yeah, stick with the crowd.
Okay, so be it. It should be said. At this point about here, once you get past the square and you start heading into these narrower roads, the crowd thins out immensely. Even in the what would be the overpopulated areas of Garza, especially now in this weather. Street traffic pretty minimum. And you make your way just outside of Glarther's house, where you recall being at just the day before, and make your way over to the shopping district at last. I think about at this point an hour or so passing, allowing the short rest team to benefit from a short rest. Anyone who desires to do so, except for Mandion and Gelden, of course.
Hey.
Syphax to do it. He goes to short rest. Oh baby. Well, that's something. That's something. Little Syphax, there you go, bud.
It's just one duration, right?
Yes, yep. One hit die. 1 hour. Hard to relax with what with the looming storm and a little bit of uncertainties in the air. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you're not too sure what to exactly place it on. Could just very well be the aches of a fine battle fought. Hard to say. You find yourself having a harder time to relaxing than usual, but you are rejuvenating and recuperating from the sweetness of red-faced jacks.
I'd like to just note during this rest time too, I share the contents of the letter with any of the group around me.
Oh, ooh, okay. All right, very good. Skeezewell Binbag, do you care? Do you care to look at this letter?
Let me see that letter. No secrets among the Crimson Bones except from Syphax.
Hey! Syphax says. All right, very good. I've added the strange letter from the Garza Authority in Ulzgud Bone-Breaker's items section, so you can see it. Master Binbag. It will be in the handout section up there, under the journal tab for your viewing. Let's see. At this time, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, Red-Faced Jack, comes over yonder. He's like, I heard the fight happened. How'd it go?
How do you think it went? I won.
Could fool me, you a little bruised up. You're a little bruised up there.
You're not wrong, but bruise is a good sign of a good battle.
True that. And he leans over on the bar, his stained apron, flowing forth this whole person. He's, Say, there's some guards in here asking about you. You know why that might be?
Nah, couldn't say.
I
Tell me.
I think it might have had something to do with that Brillo cat. But don't tell no one I told you that, of course. You probably might know that already, for all I know. You're a pretty sharp one.
I did say I saw them restraining him.
Some say it was that Damien Darkblood, demon detective, that fingered Bruno the Many at the scene of the crime. He's a slippery one, that. Not much gets past him.
Scene of the crime, you say? What crime?
Something about some guards being killed in the city. Something about a bunch of Kenku.
You telling me they're pinning that on Brillo?
That's what I hear. Talk around the place, that is. We'll see what comes of it. Kenku were foul creatures anyway. I'm sure they were up to no good. But if they think Brillo killed them guards, that wouldn't be good for him, nope.
That's outrageous. Brillo did not kill them.
Oh,
Let it be known.
interesting. Very good. Oh, excuse me. I got some more work to do.
Thanks, Jack.
Red-faced Jackson makes his way up into his large lumbering form and makes his way back beyond the bar. Sci-Fac's like, oh man, I knew, man, we're gonna get in big trouble, Ulzgud.
Why?
I mean, what if they think that we killed those guards? Or that you did it?
I don't know why they'd think that. I wouldn't just give them the guard ID if I killed them.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. That was probably a good idea.
You guys know me. I'd have a bone on me from that.
Oh, well, I mean, that's true. That sure is true. Are you up to anything in particular, Master Binbag?
So what, we're just at Red-Faced Jacks right now?
Just chilling at Red-Faced Jacks. You can roll a hit dice if you'd like to. I'm not sure if you have suffered any injury.
That's a good question.
It's short rest time.
I'm at full. I'm full. Skeezewell wants to experiment with creating fake alcoholic beverages.
Ooh. Oh, interesting. Interesting.
So with my prestidigitation, I can flavor stuff, right?
I think so. Yeah, to some degree or another.
Harmless sensory effects. Chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot non-living material. Or flavor. So that's what I'm doing right now. So theoretically, I could make water that tastes like wine, and then be like, yeah, try it, and then like sell it. But it's just water that magically tastes like water. So that's what I'm doing right now. I have some cups of water in front of me, and I'm just sprinkling magic in them and tasting it. Yes. Yes. No. That's it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. You can give me a an Arcana check if you desire, Master Binbag, to see how well you can,
Trying to get my recipe down.
Indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
Pop this out at moment's notice.
This could be a new thing. Ooh. Well. Maybe. Maybe.
Thanks.
I mean, you latch onto the idea, but putting it to practice in this moment, a little rough. A little rough.
That tastes like Goblins' feet.
Ah, Skeezewell, you're so wacky.
How'd you know
Try
that
this
tastes like Skeezewell?
Skeezewell is handling the glasses towards Syphax, haphazardly.
Get those goblin feet water away from me.
Just try it.
Yeah! And Syphax strikes out at the goblin feet water.
Good job, Syphax.
Make a dexterity save, Skeezewell Binbag.
Hold on. This is when I'm gonna whip out my my water bending, which I now have.
Oh shit.
So before the cup even hits the ground. Well, all right, hold on. So dexterity, you said, because this is kind of the same.
Yeah. You can make a dexterity save as Syphax will attempt to make a dexterity check to slap the glass out of your hand. He attempts to, but you cock back instinctively with a smirk on your face, like deftly, without dropping a single drop.
Damn. Okay.
Syphax is like, oh. And for this moment, you have Syphax at a very embarrassing disadvantage for whatever future combo you were gonna throw down here if you desired.
Nope. Skeezewell is just like, whoa, hey, Syphax, and yeah, he's doing his thing.
Oh man, you're so slippery.
Better
I'll give that
watch
to you.
out.
Huh. Man. All right. Very good. Very good. Well, with that hour come and gone, is there anything else, gentlemen? Or are we continuing to lounge at the bar?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Continuing to lounge.
Hey, very good. Very good. Nothing wrong with that, if you ask me. Nothing wrong with that. It's a... Oh. Mandion Gelden will be the man of the hour. Oh, it's awesome. Okay. Master Gelden, you find yourself in the alleyways and snickleways of Garza.
I'm snickling.
An urban area you're certainly not the most familiar with, but you find yourself going, you know, in a familiar area in particular. Give me a perception check as the thunder booms overhead. And it seems quite obvious to you now that the rain is not stopped by the dram ward. Yeah, the water is pouring right on in.
For shame.
No doubt. 15 perception check. You take note of a figure, Mandion Gelden, who's standing at the precipice of like an intersection from the way you came, hooded, shrouded in the dark shadow of this cool daylight. As you turn to look at them, they disappear into an alleyway. That
How
stands
far
out.
away?
Ooh, let's see. Let's see. How far is that supposed to be? Yeah, about 100 feet. It's a good distance away.
100 feet.
Oh yeah, pretty far. Pretty far. It seemed to you like abnormal, like they were standing there looking at you, and then when you noticed them, they fled.
I don't like that.
Definitely seemed curious to you, or at least that's what you thought. Could have just been a passerby.
I'll keep going. That's fine.
Very good.
It's probably
Very good.
some tramp. Trying to see if I'm a good target.
Keep walking along. Pushing your way down the main roadway, a good few minutes or so, you come across a small barking dog. Woof, woof.
I bark back at it.
Oh, shit. Give me an intimidation check, man. There you go. You
It's
bark
like one little bite and bare my teeth, so I don't draw too much attention to myself.
the dog runs away as the thunder crackles. Mandion Gelden barks at the dog. Peering around the corner, Mandion Gelden, you're now entering into like the, you know, a bit more of the widened yard area, and you can see, you know, the light-colored smoke of the blacksmith forge still running. The majority of the forgery and equipment tucked away beneath a nice eaved roof, in which rain is pouring off quite gradually. There's not much for shopping. Your shoppers and crowds out here, though you do take a note of, you know, just some loiterers and, you know, individuals that are just kind of leaning up against buildings and underneath overhangs to keep themselves safe from the downpour. So you could probably post up somewhere.
All right, I'll go to a shop that seems like other people are around as well. Kind of try to blend in and peer over at the blacksmith shop, see if he's around.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Kind of find one of those small food shack-esque establishments that has, you know, a pretty decent little hurdle of people underneath the overhang that's in front of it, and you hang on the edge closest to the blacksmith area, peering over yonder. You take note of 3 individuals, it seems to you. The headsmith who you conversed with seems like he's running the forge, and shouting instruction to what seems like a younger man. Seems like a young Breton, or a Nord rather. Seems like to you, about the same size as Syphax. It seems to you, definitely a younger individual. And you believe that to be Skag Ironfoot. And then you take note of another apron individual, who is, seems like they are organizing some wall inventory over yonder. Seems like perhaps another apprentice or general helper.
Very good. Okay.
But you believe you have a positive ID on young Skag Ironfoot. Give me a perception check, why don't you? To
I will.
see what else you can see from this new location.
Going downhill.
Not too much. Not too much. There's quite a few people in your arc of vision is pretty hidden, or pretty reduced. As a few more people come over and hurdle over yonder next to you. How long will you sit here, Mandion and Gelden, staking out the blacksmith area and Skeg Ironfoot?
Probably about 15 minutes. I'll go to like 3 different shops, like 5 minutes each. Kind of get different perspectives. And,
okay.
see if I can see them working on anything abnormal, anything like that. And then yeah, I'll take it from there.
Okay.
But, yeah, about 15 minutes.
Okay.
From shop to shop.
All right. Very good. Very good. Let's see. About 10 minutes or so go by. Give me a. Damn, I don't even know what I should. You know, I don't think I'm gonna make you roll anything, Mandion and Gelden. I like it.
Nice.
I like it. You've given me enough to work with there. I like it. I like the plan. I want it to succeed. You're very thorough. Very thorough. You do your best to loom about not drawing attention to yourself, just seeming like another curious outland shopper. 10 minutes or so go by, and you take note of what seems like a guard foot patrol is passing through the area. Seems like about 3 or 4 of them. Kind of crossing around through seems like the center of the shopping district here, going about doing their rounds. And one of them breaks off from the group and heads over toward the blacksmith shop. And your Mandion Gelden eyes focus in on this potential interesting engagement. You are too far out of speaking range, hearing range currently of a conversation, especially in this weather. Would you desire to try to meander over casually to get within earshot range?
I will.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
I would like to.
Thanks to your earlier descriptions, I'll be generous and say that you're fairly close to where you want to be. Probably hovering around the corner of that building, a good 30 feet away. Why don't you give me a stealth check, Mandion and Gelden? You're not necessarily sneaking, but an incognito check.
Yeah. Well, could have been good.
Not the greatest, not the worst. It's pounding along. You kind of wait for a crowd of people to form, nearby, and a small group to kind of travel over in the opening, and you kind of hurtle behind someone, but they end up slipping and falling next to you, and it's a bit of an awkward situation. And a few people look over yonder as this individual that you're standing next to now is like in this mud. Do you stop to help the mud-ridden individual?
No, that would be too obvious.
Oof. Leaving the awkward situation.
I act like I don't even notice. I try to be stalwart and deaf.
Damn, leaving it behind. Everyone watches. That's just, oof. That damn tourist leaves that poor mud-soaked peasant to.
I don't want to draw more attention to me. Come on.
The mud-soaked peasant pays the price. And wanders off over yonder. As you get into an excellent position to overhear a conversation going on as Skag Ironfoot looks up and makes his way over towards this guardsman that has made his way to the blacksmith, and you're like, oh shit, this could be something indeed. And the two figures close over yonder. So,
I watch intently.
You overhear Mandion and Gelden. So, boy, how's it going? Huh, not bad, Dad. All's well over here. Huh, the storm's not giving you a hard time? No way, Pop. Old man Zog here's got the whole place waterproof. No issues here. The steel will be fine. That's what I like to hear, boyo. I'll see you later for supper. You got you, Pop. And the guardsman turns about and makes his way back where he came from, hurrying to catch up with the patrol of his his guardsmen that are carrying on over yonder.
I'd like to follow the guards.
Ooh, okay.
And follow
so
his father.
Okay, so be it. So be it. Skag Ironfoot returns seemingly, to whatever duties he was manning at this time. What's your tailing procedure? what distance would you like to give between you and this squad of what would be 4 guardsmen when your target catches up to these other 3?
I'm gonna act like I've grown disinterested in this area of the city and start following them about 20 feet back, I suppose.
Ooh, okay. All right, very good. Truth be told, with the rain and the weather, it will help conceal you and make you a little bit less conspicuous, I think.
I hope so.
You'll at least be making, they'll be able to hear a little bit less, I suppose. Okay, very interesting.
Enough to nullify my stealth disadvantage.
not quite, unfortunately. Maybe in another scenario, though. Really. Getting there.
We know the city too well.
It's not quite torrential downpour that terribly.
It's not a hurricane yet.
Okay. You watch as these guardsmen kind of turn the corner down over yonder and head westward around the corner up ahead. You tail behind them and give me another perception check. Why don't you, Mandy and Gelden? As you turn the corner here. Oh shit. You turn left, and immediately out of your left periphery, as you turn to face westward, tailing after these guards, you notice, out of the corner of your eye where you came, what you believe to be the same hooded, robed figure that you can't quite make out. Who again, when you turn, when you slightly turn to confirm your suspicion, the figure reacts and moves from beyond your sight line.
I don't like that.
You could very well swear that it's the same individual, perhaps.
I hope it's not. That's for sure.
And you do have great line of sight of your quarry, as they are moving ahead of you. a different direction, not too hurriedly.
Very good, very good. Well, I guess I'm not gonna veer off my trail yet. Let's stick with him.
Okay, very good, Mandion. Very good.
See if I can hear anything or see where the target's going.
Okay. Okay, so be it. So be it.
My new target.
You slink your way forth. And with your 22 perception, right here, right in this little alleyway, as you're kind of slinking along the overhang of these, what seems like a pretty old abandoned building, made mostly of a fine brickwork. It could very well have been some type of like industrial, like foundry building, or you know, some type of furnace-esque facility of some kind. Seemingly left here. You take note of a sign hanging just in this alleyway. It has a symbol on it from this hanging, crooked, dilapidated sign that says hanging about a good 10 feet off the ground. Give me an Arcana check, Mandy and Gelden.
Arcana.
Ooh, very good.
Wait, I want to use my flash of genius.
Oh, Jesus.
Make it a 27. I had a chance to max it out. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. A 27.
27.
You keenly make out the symbol for what would represent Magnus, the god of magic. And you
Is that where he went into?
No. Nope. The guard. No. This is just something you know.
Understood.
You take note of. Knowing that magic isn't too all the rage around here, it's interesting to see a sign depicting, you know, magical, you know, heraldry.
I'd like to take note of it.
Indeed. You also, wandering a little bit closer, you kind of like peer down the alleyway. The four guardsmen are kind of just moving straight westward across this big open courtyard. You really have, you know, you have no fear of losing them. In this moment, you kind of like peer down this alleyway, just taking a glance, and you take note of what seems to be, you know, a fenced off, like partial barricade of some kind that's been constructed in this alleyway. And the line of sight of it's partially blocked, and watching for a second or two out from like between like this barricaded area comes this pretty large Argonian who has pretty sick armor on, pretty gnarly looking armor indeed. Looks like kind of like a full like plate steel with these blue arcane almost engravings on them. Pretty gnarly. Are you sticking around?
No. I will take note of it, but I'm not gonna stick around. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, all right. Very resisting all the temptations being thrown at you.
Is he like walking straight towards me?
You imagine he's going to. You imagine he will be soon. If you
I'm
don't,
gonna act like I keep walking, and then I'm gonna stop around the corner and turn back.
ooh,
Just wait for him to run straight into me.
ooh, interesting. Okay.
I want to surprise him instead.
You okay, sick. Give me a Ooh. You know what? No. You know, I love it. You can do this. You can, you know, Manny Gelden, the clever boy. You know, you have the perception. You got it. You kind of like you push forth, acting as if you have more momentum than you really have, stopping short and turning around. You immediately spot over yonder that same figure who like ducks behind the building in a very similar fashion again. And you're like, God damn it.
I flip the bird in that general direction and then go back to just staring at the corner where that Argonian is going to appear.
It's only a matter of seconds. Like you hear the like wet footsteps of a heavy humanoid coming as they turn the corner, still at a walking pace. Yeah, all of a sudden you are face to face with this blue-eyed, hooded Argonian.
I immediately say, what do you want?
What do you want?
You're clearly walking straight towards me. I don't need anyone trailing me.
Listen, buddy, this is where I hang out. If you don't like it, take a hike.
Down some swampy alley. The corner of the city.
And this Argonian is getting visibly agitated. Pretty hard to read Argonians in general. This one green in tint. These cat-like, teal eyes. And it's pretty gnarly looking yellow face paint, it seems to you. Hard to read their expression. A bit more muscular, it should be said. Very, very silver gills. This Argonian is probably about a good 6 feet tall or so. But the only way you can really tell that he's pissed off is the growl he's starting to make in your direction, and also like the teeth that he begins to bear. As sneering is their only real emote that the Argonians have. And this lizard man is starting to get pretty irritated with your questioning already. It's like, look, you have no business here. Get lost.
Telling me to get lost. Why don't you go back down into your smelly hole?
Nah. It's none of your business. I stand where I wish.
Gelden points up towards the Magnus sign and says, "Well, what's up with this then?"
What do you want to know about it? It's a sign.
Oh, don't see any other signs like that in this city. What are you up to down there? Is it something I should go tell the guards about?
Ooh. Ooh. Damn. Ooh. You can make a persuasion check, deception, or intimidation. Mandion and Gelden, whichever one you think is best. I think it could very well be all three.
I'm looking to sound more persuasive right now. I'm just trying to get more information about it.
Okay.
Instead of trying to win the battle.
Very good. Duly noted. Your intent noted. Make a persuasion check. LOL.
I'd like to use a flash of genius. It's a 10.
Okay. A 10. If you call the guards over here, I'll split your belly open and rip you out of that metal can. Get away from me.
Oh, will you? Please do. And I kind of turn to the side and look down, point down at it with his line of sight. Getting next to his face and point to the guards that I've been following.
You're annoying, Outlander.
Well, I must go catch up to my friends, but perhaps I'll see you around this way again. I was turn my back and try to like speed walk, catch up to the guards, just act like I just don't care that they're there.
Okay. You leave a pretty pissed off Argonian behind you. His arms folded, leaning up at the mouth of this alleyway. Moving away and looking out of the corner of your eye, that's where he stays. As you make your way along the courtyard, away from your newfound friend.
Lovely folks around here.
You pass by, let's see, going about another, whatever, 50 feet down this courtyard, watching as these guardsmen kind of enter into this long house of a building, a pretty ramshackle, two-story complex that seems like, could be like two, like shacks built together and then built upward, it seems a level to you. Standing on its own, an odd little structure. And it seems like the guardsmen enter in there, into like the first floor of this odd little square building. And you notice out of the right corner of your eye, a bunch of little critters in the window of this rather large-looking wooden building. And you look at a sign that reads General Critters.
The same one he walked into?
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
Is that the one that ran right next to me?
No,
All right, okay.
They walked into this weird little one to your west, about 75 feet or so away.
Okay.
Yeah, an odd little isolated structure. Looks like a residential property to you, or perhaps a few. There's no clear markings.
Okay. And where was the blacksmith shop? Where did we come from?
You came. Let's see. You came from 150 feet eastward, and then down toward the blacksmithy. So you've been trailing them for a little ways now.
All right. I'm gonna wait for them to about 10 minutes to see if they end up coming out. If they don't, I'm probably gonna head back towards the blacksmith.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Very good. You hang out for... Yes.
I'd like to take note of the type of people that might be going in and out of that building, if there are any.
You take note... Oh, you know what? Give me another perception check, Mandion Gelden. That's it.
Sure.
It's about 5 minutes past or so.
I have a flash of genius. That's a 9.
Naturally. You do all that you can trying to maintain your focus as this very cute little, ferret creature in the window has taken notice of you and is, standing up on its hind legs and trying to paw at you through the window. Very cute weasel creature. Very hard to ignore. But you do your best to hone in on the target at hand, and you see very little traffic in that area. About 5 minutes or so pass in total before you see a light emerge from the area the guards have entered into, and the guards re-emerge out of there. One of them now wielding a lantern.
Well,
as it is starting to lean really more more in the dark, even though it's only about an hour and a half after noontime. The storm is really doing what it can to make it dark early.
Well, all right then. Which way are they headed?
Seems
if
like
they are headed anywhere.
It seems like they are setting off away from you eastward and are about to enter into, a bit of the more dense roadway area.
Eastward.
Oh, I'm sorry, westward, excuse me. Whoopsie.
Westward, well.
West.
I guess I'll head back east towards the blacksmith
Okay.
and continue my observations of the main target.
Okay. Very good. Understood. Understood. You turn around, and who's in front of your face but Shekel the sewer man?
What?
He's like, oh, whoa. What are you doing here?
It's gonna say the same to you.
Ooh, I was just trying to get away from this wet rain, washing off all my sewer filth.
Are you the one that's been watching me as I walk around?
Ooh, watching you? Oh no! I just came up out of that grate right over there. Let me tell you something. Oh, there's some bad news happening down in my sewer.
Well, like what?
Oh, Metal Man, let me tell
Other
you.
than the usual.
The frog people.
What? You mean the lizard people?
The frog people. They got
What do you mean
big
the frog
tongues
people?
and round eyes, and they're small like this. And they got big tongues like this. And they croak like this.
Well, you're living in the sewer. Some frogs could be expected, right?
Oh, not these frog people. They're nasty, you know what I'm saying? Spear
Cool.
throwing, spell casting, Shekel
Spear
hunting.
throwing and spell casting? You can tell the guards about it?
Oh, I'm gonna go call up a high profile job over for that Delron character down there at the Mercenaries Guild and see if I can't get some kind of heroes to take care of this for me. I think I'm gonna need some serious help.
You gonna poke the bounty for it, or are you just gonna ask for charity work?
Oh, you do bring up a good point. I might not be able to afford the help of the Mercenaries Guild. Poor Shekel.
Well, yeah, I don't have any gold. Maybe I can help you out if you have something else valuable.
Oh, you mean it? Oh,
I
man.
take some alternate forms of payment, so
No.
possibly.
Shekel's lucky day, lucky day. I knew I made the right choice bumping into you, stranger.
Mandion starts to walk towards the blacksmith and say, "Well, walk while you talk. Tell me what I need to do."
Well, I'll tell you what. You meet me at Redface Jack's about noontime tomorrow. And you, well, I'll give you all the details then. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, all right. Just don't come inside. I don't want to make Jack angry with your stench.
Oh, that's
I'll meet
all
you
right.
outside.
I know all about Redface Jack.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
And Shekel makes his way, walking with a bit of a jig and an odd step. The filthy man.
Should have got my gun back first before I was walking through the city.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. So definitely startled at first. The odd individual weaves your presence.
Thank God.
And the talk of, frog people in the sewer is, I don't know. Interesting, I suppose, to say the least.
I almost don't believe him. He must be huffing the sewer fumes or something. We'll have to see.
As the odd man is kind of twitching and doing like a funky dance down the way, he turns to you, Mandion Gelden, as you're turning away, and you're like, oh Jesus, what now? He's like, beware of the burned man.
What do you mean the burn man?
And then Shekel turns back and continues flopping his way down along in the courtyard, heading deeper southward into the city.
I shouldn't have even offered. That man's insane.
And with that, Mandion, you are left alone again.
Well, back to window shopping, I guess.
Yeah.
While I head back to the the blacksmith.
Do you pass by the Argonian? Or do you go out of his way?
I will walk by the Argonian and lock eye contact as I do. Just keep dutifully walking forward.
The Argonian snarls and sneers.
I grin at him while I stare at him and walk by.
Doesn't like the sight of you. He's no fan of you, that's for sure. You turn this way and find your way. You find your way back to the blacksmith and are sitting here watching Skeg Ironfoot still being present at this time.
Can I see that he's working on something?
Ooh, give me a perception check, Mandy and Gelden.
Perception check. A natural genius.
Seems like he's not working on anything in particular. You know, it seems like the headsmith is the one doing all the real crafting, and he's just giving, you know, general instruction as they work on miscellaneous things, and seem like, you know, seems like Skag is pretty much delegated to organization and who will passing and so on for the moment. Doesn't even seem, you know, like anything like that, you know, interesting of work in particular, as far as you can tell, keeping your eyes peeled.
I would like to approach the blacksmith shop.
Oh.
And Skeg in particular.
Ooh, okay, very good, very good. You have an approach near. So, sorry about the weather, stranger. The headsmith says to you, right? You know, he verbally reaches out to you.
Oh, well, it's certainly not your fault.
Oh, is that you?
Oh, it is indeed. Came to see if you had any new stock in or finished any work.
Well, afraid not much you'd be interested in.
I see. Well, is there any work you guys need done? Anything I can help you out with then? You know, I can do anything. You know, could do some dirty work. I can clean up around here if you know what I mean.
Yeah. The long-bearded Nord. No, thank you, stranger. Nothing like that. If you ever need any type of metalwork commission, that's the type of thing we can do for you. Other than that, that's about all, stranger.
I look over towards Skag and I say, "Well, are you sure? You guys seem like you keep quite busy around here." Stare at Skag.
You look over and he's kind of like looking out of the corner of his eye. You know, so, you know, a little bit awkwardly. You can tell. Well, it's hard to say. It's hard to say if he's nervous or just awkward, really.
Can I do an insight check?
You can do an insight check.
Nice.
Yeah, it seems like this person is just kind of a bit more like Syphax-like. Indeed, you know, kind of like looking at you almost like a deer in headlights, really. You know, seems this kid seems like he's pretty young to you. Probably not even 20 years old, maybe. Now that you're getting a good look at him.
Gotcha.
Doesn't seem like he has much in the way of, you know, clothing that he has on. Probably the finest piece of clothing he has on is, you know, heavy leather apron that he's donned on, you know, for keeping him safe from burning himself, which, you know, probably belongs to the smith. You know, seems like he has pretty worn linens underneath his clothing. You don't make out any, you know, like tattoos or anything that, you know, of like his flesh or anything to that effect. You know, just seems like a regular lad to you. Yeah, really no discernible features of note whatsoever. And you know, he catches you kind of looking at him. He's like, oh, and kind of like averts his gaze a little bit, and you know, continues about his work, trying to, you know, not draw too much attention to himself for one degree or another. Likely out of embarrassment.
Okay. I would like to ask Skeg. I'd like to say I've always watched the blacksmiths, and I thought that would be very interesting work. I was wondering if I could use your hammer against the anvil a few times, see what it was like.
Master, what do you think?
Oh, well, sorry, stranger. Well, maybe some other time. We're a little busy right now.
I don't see any pieces being worked on. Come on, just one or two swings.
Give me a persuasion check, Mandion Gelden.
Persuasion.
More persuasion.
Sorry, stranger. It's pouring rain, and I'd really prefer to get my work done so I can head home. Some other time.
Shoot. Well,
Sorry, mister.
maybe I can just purchase a couple daggers while I'm here then. If you aren't closed for the day.
That's more my style. Skeg, take care of this nice man.
And Sark kind of, you know, nods your direction. And Skeg's like, oh, well, okay. And then the young Nord kind of, you know, comes around to you, rather timidly, Mandion Gelden. What kind of daggers would you like, sir?
Just a few well-balanced daggers, either for stabbing or for throwing.
Yeah, well,
You have a few different ones I can look at real quick?
Sure. Right this way. And he, you know, brings you over toward the weapon rack. And you know, just motions to you, you know, a few different daggers. You know, you kind of like half talks about them. You can tell he doesn't really quite know exactly what he's telling you, you know, talking about from lack of experience, you know, naturally. Though he does his utmost to sell them, and it seems like he's pretty well mannered and well intentioned.
I humor him and I agree with everything he's saying, even though it might not all be correct. And I pick up a few of them and kind of bounce them. And while I'm handling them, I would like to use magical tinkering on one of them.
Ooh.
To make it smell like Catablebus.
Oh no. Oh no. Can't believe you. I can't believe you would do this. Okay. Alright. Okay.
And I would like to put that one back on the shelf and remark about how horrendous it is. Horrendous it smells. Say, oh, must have been too much sulfur in that ore. And I'll pick out 3 of the other daggers to purchase and leave that one behind.
He's like, what do you mean smell? You go, oh, and then all of a sudden, you know, the smell strikes him, and he's repulsed. And all of a sudden, his attention is completely focused to this, you know, to this terrible scent that is emanating from this dagger. And he's completely thrown off of, thrown off of you. He's like, oh, well.
I said, oh god, can we finish this deal out in the rain? This is terrible.
Yeah, sure, and Skag comes following after you to get out from beneath this the forge overhang, with it reeking like Catablephus, the other assistant. He's like, oh, well, man, oh, jeez, something died over here. Oh, what do you mean? Get back to work. And Skag, oh, man, that was weird. Sorry about that. That'll be 8 gold per dagger.
I'll pass him 24 gold for the daggers I have.
Okay, very good. You may add 3 daggers to your inventory for a pretty fine make and model.
Excellent.
You picked out yourself some nice daggers.
Excellent. I don't have regular daggers anymore.
Oof, rip.
I'll have sharp daggers.
You can drag and drop more daggers, I guess, if you'd like to, from the compendium.
I'm doing it.
If you dare. Anything else, Mandion and Gelden?
I think with that, I'm going to leave. Leave them with a bit of a stinky dagger.
Okay. All right. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very, very cruel of Mandion and Gelden. A prank. A real prankster. All right. So be it. So be it. Which route do you desire to take home, Mandion and Gelden? The shortest one or the safest one?
I would like to take the safest.
Okay. All right. Very good.
I am alone and incognito.
So be it. Could very well be the right call.
I hope so.
You push down, making your way. Okay, starting your journey back to Red-Faced Jack's. And this, gentlemen, is where we'll take our break for now.
Very good.
Whew.
Yeah.
What would the investigation of Mandion and Gelden about being wrapped up for this moment? Where last we left the Crimson Bones. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. We were hanging out with Syphax. In Red-Faced Jack's, the atmosphere, delicious, excellent. You're on your second row of drinks, round. Syphax, your boy, paying for him to help nurse you to sweet health. Is there any conversing being had? Skeezewell Binbag is here as well. Let's not forget.
At the moment, nothing too pressing.
Okay. So be it. So be it. So be it. Okay. The atmosphere of Red-Faced Jack's is pretty usual. Every now and then you hear someone, giving you a hootin' or a hollerin'. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, and in recognition of your latest bout of strength.
Yeah.
But that's about it. There you go. There it was. But that's about
I
it.
raise my glass at them, and that's about it.
Very good. Very good. So there's some positive reception, but not quite the shockwave that one perhaps was anticipating. You never know. Anyway, with that, Mandion and Gelden, you trudging your way back whence you came. Pretty much back all the way to Red-Faced Jack's in the manner of another hour. Warding through the storm, and eventually returning to your faithful companions within Red Face Jacks. Everyone in Red Face Jacks, another short rest period's gone by. You can use 2 hit dice at this time due to the healing properties of Red Face Jacks kicking in. Because there's such a nice atmosphere. Restore a shit ton of health. Woo! Syphax also rejuvenating. As a boy has to do. And that is when Gelden bursts in through the saloon doors, absolutely drenched.
It's so wet. Manny Gelden would like some restoring abilities of chicken wings. And would like to approach the bar.
Okay, very good, very good. You see Red Face Jack kind of stick his head out from beyond the divider that leads into further back into the storage room and another half of the kitchen.
He's like, another member of the Crimson Bones.
Back once again. Looking for a quick meal before it gets too rowdy in here.
Well, afraid it's gonna be too late for rowdiness, as you can see.
And then the place is pretty packed already.
I'm surprised you found a spare seat.
Oh, well, I'll always make a seat if I need one. Kind of joke with them a little bit. And,
He's
toss,
receptive to that.
5 gold on the table?
Yeah, what are you getting?
Some chicken wings, hopefully. And a
Ooh.
nice beverage.
Ooh, okay. So maybe 3 gold for the beverage. And how many chicken wings do you want? You can have like a 10 piece, a 20 piece.
Definitely the 20. I did a lot of walking today.
Nice, alright, alright.
It's like, 20-piece wing, eh? How do you want those? Regular, spicy, mango, habanero rub, the house special, which is the mango
I'm
habanero
feeling-
rub.
Extra spicy.
Very good. So be it.
There you go.
I have to take this gold from my winnings pouch, and I don't know the exact count, so you may have to keep track of that for now.
Okay, okay, so be it, so be it, so be it.
I'm just gonna reach in and take out the money I need for it.
Okay, how much money is that? Oh, let's see. It's fucking 3 gold and I would say another 8 for 20 chicken wings.
I'll give him 8.
It's a lot of chicken.
I'll give him 8 out of my fat winnings purse.
Extra spicy coming up.
And Redface Jack goes about preparing the chicken wings himself.
Damn.
And he prepares them, before you, and quite a few people come, to bask over in the glory. It's not every day people can afford to buy a complete chicken wing lunch or dinner. Truly, even though it is what Redface Jack's is famous for. The nobility tend to, head elsewhere, and the peasantry that frequent this place and all the booze hounds typically spend their money, hard-earned money on that, and cheaper grub.
These peasants get out there and do some work like me.
Well, now.
Instead of drinking it all away as I start to sip on my beer in the bar.
Ah. Very good. Very good. Yeah, you were past your beverage, and your wings are soon to come. I'm sure you have something. I'm sure you have something to say to the Crimson Bones, which also loom about the bar.
Yes. I will huddle up for them. I'm gonna take my chicken wings, just carry them in front of me, kind of like juggling my food. I'm gonna go over and sit with them. I'll explain how it went. I'll say that you know, the blacksmith shop was pretty uneventful, but I met some nasty lizard folk and that sewer man once again. I say, well, I'm gonna need to get some rest because I have to go hit the city again at midnight to go talk to Glarthier about his non-existent problem. But maybe I'll be able to shake him down for some coin. I don't know if any of you guys wanna come pretty late.
I love the night. I'll go with you.
Ah, it'd be great to have your company. Are there clocks in here? Is that a thing? Is there any sorcery such as a clock in this building?
No such luxury. No such luxury.
That would be pretty luxurious.
No such luxury in Red-Faced Jacks.
Do I ever see any clocks? Would I be able to figure out where to get a watch or a clock or make one or is that like known technology in this land?
No.
No timekeeping equipment.
No.
Okay.
The closest thing you would have would be like a sundial, you know, which is really, you know, has its has its uses, but certainly no not helpful in this scenario.
Okay.
Like
maybe
some kind of arcane creation, maybe.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Perhaps some type of spell that just shows a hue, or some
Clockworks in themselves aren't a common technology.
Indeed.
Right.
Indeed.
Well, I was tell Ulzgud, since he's thinking about coming with me, I was thinking about getting like 4 hours rest before midnight and then 4 hours rest after we get back, if it's not too eventful.
Sounds
That way
good
we
to
can
me.
make use of our day tomorrow, so. Hence me asking about a clock.
Understood. Yeah, most people just say like dawn, midday, noon, evening. It's fucked.
Messed up, and I'm
Sunset.
giving midnight to work around.
Yep. Sunset, sunrise.
Thanks, Glarthier. Well, I would say it's about 4 hours before midnight, so midnight for me to me is just when it's totally dark. So I will decide to take 4 hours rest and recommend Ulzgud do the same, lest he have a tired day tomorrow.
I'll agree.
I tell Skeezewell and Syphax to celebrate the victory with the townsfolk and spread the word of the Crimson Bones.
Oh, okay, you got me.
And
Okay. Good night, you guys. I guess. See you later.
I would like to give Syphax and Skeezewell 50 gold coins each.
What?
Out of my winning sack, if you could
shit.
deduct that from the number in the air that I don't know about.
Yeah, so be it. Skeezewell, you get 50 gold.
Hero.
Oh yeah.
spend it wisely, or don't. You guys are Crimson Bones, after all. And I guess I'll go and take off my suit for a few hours. Get ready for tonight's events.
Okay. Okay, so be it. So be it. Mandion Gelden chooses to retire to bed, busting out the tactical nap in anticipation in anticipation of the midnight meetup with Glarthier. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. And Ulzgud Bone-Breaker does the same. Okay. All right. Very good. So be it. So be it. You gentlemen withdraw to bed early, as it is left up to Skeezewell, Binbag, and Syphax
Oh, we're tactical.
to pillage.
3 cheers for Mandion Gelden. He's gold. Skeezewell wants to buy around.
Damn. Okay, very good, very good. Syphax like, all right, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. Mandion Gelden, you just hear like all the drunks downstairs like, Mandion Gelden, woo! you're like, what the fuck?
I said spend it wisely. I'm just saying under my breath.
Skeezewell ends up buying 20 gold worth of beer.
Damn, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's quite a few.
Patronizing everyone at the Red Face Jack establishment.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you make a lot of friends pretty quick. Hey, oh, thanks, buddy.
Hey, thank Mandion Gelden. That's
Oh.
3 cheers for Gelden, Mandion. When I say
Gelden.
Mandion, you say
Gelden. Woohoo!
Skeezewell rants late into the night with Syphax.
Okay. All right. So be it. So be it. Hard partying goes down until about Skeezewell Binbag. You watch as the storm comes and goes. You're not sure how many hours pass. Perhaps somewhere in the range of a half a dozen or so. As you are downtown, partying with the boys and partying with the Syphax. As the overcast comes and goes, the poor weather finally dissipating, you are left with the pink hue of the sky. You believe perhaps maybe it's about sunset now at this time. And the evening is only just beginning. Do you do anything, Master Binbag?
No, I think Skeezewell's gonna stay in. Nothing too risky yet.
Okay. All right, so be it.
Nothing too risky yet, Syphax. Skeezewell says.
Whatever you say.
But one day, you'll get out on those streets and you'll sell with me. You'll run scams out there, Syphax.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that too loudly, but yeah, sure. I mean, maybe we
You
will.
know
We
you
will
want
not.
to.
Well, I won't comment on that either.
Skeezewell is ready for bed. Skeezewell's dragging Syphax up. Come on, Syphax.
Okay, all right. So Syphax goes along with you, too intoxicated to resist the yank of Skeezewell Binbag, as you both head off to your quarters respectively, and rouse up Ulzgud and Mandion respectively. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you are woken up by Syphax. Ulzgud, it's almost time for you to get up, big mama. And then Syphax, you just watch Syphax just fall backward into his bed, and he's out. He's done.
Nice.
Homeboy's out hardcore.
Glad to see he's having fun.
And you are roused to find, you know, the pink hue of the sky just fading along now, and the first stars of the evening starting to come into play. The sky starting to clear after that gnarly storm that came and went. And Mandion Gelden, you are roused by Skeezewell Binbag, naturally.
What time is it? Skeezewell, I said, what time is it? I look at him stumbling through the door.
Time for the Crimson Bones to get what's theirs. Just like I was telling Syphax, Skeezewell rants on for another couple minutes.
Oh, you're no help. Is it midnight?
I just saw the sunset, Mandion. It's not even past dark yet.
Not even past dark. Mandion Gelden tries to cover his ears and go back to sleep. Listening to Skeezewell's ramblings. Trying to use it as a lullaby.
You can make a Constitution check, Mandion, to see if you can rest once again.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I mean you can drift off to sleep once again if you desire.
I would like to try to.
Okay.
I need all the energy I can.
All right, so be it. So be it, Mandion goes back to bed. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, what are you up to?
Ulzgud peeks into Mandion's room and sees that he goes back to bed. And I guess I'll go do the same, really.
That's
We
okay.
got hours to kill, right?
Yeah. I won't
Might as well
ask.
go kill those hours.
Yeah. All right. I won't ask a Constitution check from you, since you could definitely use pretty much as much rest as possible. And you
I got
both.
a question here.
What?
How
What's
much
the matter?
rest time are we getting, would you say? 'Cause we just
Probably
went to
a bit.
bed for like 4 hours, right?
A good bit.
Would you say we or possibly have enough time between now and midnight? And would we be able to rest enough to do a long rest?
I would say
With
that.
4 hours we already did?
I would say that.
So,
I would allow it.
I'll aim to try and do that then.
Okay. All right. Roughly another 2-3 hours passed or so, roughly. You are roused by red-faced Jack's muffled shouting from downstairs. Closing time! Out of here, you all! And it is pretty dark out of your room window. Syphax snores on the opposite bed across from you. And you are left in the darkness of your room, which you can pretty much make out the entirety of thanks to your genetic night sight.
I am going to walk over to Syphax's bed and I will leave him my green scarab just in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah, all right. Very good. You tuck the scarab onto the young lad as he's like, no, Skeezewell Binbag, don't take my gold, no. And you leave him be. exiting out of your room, getting your equipment and supplies, and then gently closing the door to you and Syphax's room as you hear the muffins like, "Not the truth, you mimes! Not the truth, you mimes! No, no!" Poor Syphax. All right, very good, very good.
I guess with all the commotion, I would probably rise as well.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Talk us through your mimus.
your eyes crack open, Squidward style. You see the muffling. Truth, you mimes! Truth, you mimes! Truth, you mimes! You're like, what the fuck?
That must be the alarm. And I'll get up, try to leave, Skeezewell in peace, and mount my suit as quiet as I can.
All right, give me a stealth
All right.
check. Damn, it's Mandion night tonight. Well, all right. It's okay. You do all right. You do the best that you can not to disturb the slumbering Binbag, but it seems like not much could disturb him with all the. He must have done some pretty gnarly partying.
Was that a long rest? Does that count as a long rest?
That was a long rest. Yep. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, Mandion, Gelden. You've benefited from a long rest.
All right.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeehaw.
Very good. Okay. When I'm done suiting up, I'm gonna walk out and try to meet up with Ulzgud.
Hey,
Go hit them mean midnight streets.
Okay. Hey, you open your door to find Ulzgud Bone-Breaker standing there waiting.
And I present to Mandion Gelden his palm pistol back.
Oh,
With ammo, of course.
thank you. I hope your shot landed. I heard it go off. Didn't really see where it landed, unfortunately. And I will tuck it on away. Do you happen to have the ammo as well?
I hit him, and I hand him the ammo. 9 shots.
So you have 9 left. Yeah, nice. Okay. Very good. I own palm pistol once again.
It is so. It is so.
Well, Ulzgud, I suppose we have our first contract to complete.
Oh shit.
First mission, as they say.
Manny Gelden, you do notice that the palm pistol is jammed.
No! Ulzgud, I told you. You have to hold it firmly.
Heat of battle and whatnot.
Manny Gelden will try to unjam it as he marches down the stairs. Red-faced jacks.
You see that, perhaps perhaps it was just held in an awkward way, perhaps, and the action wasn't allowed to fully maneuver. Because it's in some type of partial ready position. Not quite correct. So it'll take a little bit of tinkering around to mess with, but it's not damaged, at least. You don't think?
Thank God. All right. Well, the last time I loaned this thing away, that's for sure. I'll make sure I get it unjammed and prepared for action.
As you were saying with the adventure, I don't want that to detract from the moment. It's just a point of order.
Well, it didn't make it better.
Probably should have saved it for later. Probably could have held on to that one for a minute.
Damn it. was hoping he wouldn't notice.
What do you mean? And it's all cockeyed and. What is this?
Looks normal to me.
Ah, and it's you gentlemen up on the second floor of Red-Faced Jack's.
Yeah, I'm heading downstairs.
Oh, good.
I'm heading out of here.
All right, so be it. So be it. You head out the down kind of like the side, the side entrance that leads from the second floor, directly outside, and you gentlemen find yourselves outdoors in but a moment. Out in the cool, cold, breezy night.
Is there anyone out here at night, or is it pretty quiet?
You hear the occasional like yammering of really what you suspect to be a good portion of the drunks that were evacuated from Red-Faced Jack's. But the traffic, it seems to you looking over toward the main road, has died down by at least 80%. It is pretty dark out. Most people have gone to bed, it seems to you.
Well, I elect that we take the main road up to our meeting spot. Where is it? It's like here, right?
Around about that area. Yeah.
Oh, maybe there. Yeah, I guess we'll take the most direct, well, not the most direct, the main route there, if possible.
Safest route.
Yeah, the safest route.
So be it.
Perceived safest route.
So be it, gentlemen. Your journey beginneth in Garza at night.
At night.
It's a bit of a moist, damp scent in the air due to the recent rain, naturally. You come across at least 24 passersby heading along the main road already, not even reaching the square just yet. Fairly dark. There's the occasional like torch lamp post along the main road here, and there's some lights from some interiors, but not very many. Probably around the realm of like 50%. It can be pretty dark in the city at night. Find the square to be lit up rather well, gentlemen, and in only about a half hour or so of travel, you find yourself swarming around the area near Glarthir's house. And over near the corner, you spot Mandion and Gelden, a hooded figure who stands waiting. Probably about 50 feet near Glarthir's home.
I'll say quietly to Ulzgud, no. That must be him, right on time.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Let's go greet our friend, get this done. I'll start to advance.
Okay. You close the distance to the squirrely Bosmer, who turns. Ah, oh! Well, hello.
Mr. Glarthir, come with my report, as
Excellent.
requested.
Do come this way. We'll talk off the road. And he leads you all down into like a tight little like private courtyard, it seems, of some effect. You should do. Yes. What have you found? Was Skeg Ironfoot guilty?
Well, he might have had a guilty look about him, but he didn't seem smart enough to know right from left, if I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, really?
It's, I don't know if this is news to you, but it seems like his father was a guard. I tracked him some way, but yeah, it didn't really take me anywhere. He's just going about his duties.
Interesting. Interesting. Likely some type of cover, I suppose. I don't blame you for being fooled by it. Well, nevertheless, thank you for your report. It's interesting information.
Of course. And one more thing. I left them with quite a bad smell. So, if you ever smell such a stench, you'll know they're nearby. Just as a backup plan, I figured you'd appreciate it.
Oh.
And I'd like to pick up, a spare pebble off the road and cast my magical tinkering on it to replicate the Catoblepa smell to give him a whiff of, so he can recognize it.
Ooh. Okay. Very good. Very good. You go about doing that as he rummages underneath his person and brings forth here as promised. What seems like a pretty sizable coin purse.
Oh. Thank you, a man of your word.
As you pass him a stinky pebble in exchange, he's like, "Oh, well, terrible."
I'll take the pebble back from him, just whip it way over the gate over near, just out of range, and I'll tuck the new coin purse away.
God. All right, very good. Another coin first gained.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's no matter that you couldn't find anything on Skeg, for I have someone else I'd like you to look into if you can.
Oh, someone else.
Indeed.
Don't imagine it's a cohort of such skegs.
Oh, no. Someone different, but who I imagine is out to get me all the same. Someone who can't be trusted.
Such as who?
A red guard by the name of Boris Jadaki. He lives in the Highborn district. Yes. Jadaki.
I'll note that.
He lives in the Highborn district. Works over at some kind of farm thing, I think. I don't know. He's mean. Has a bunch of money, I think. Plenty of money to do with me as he will. Hire all kinds of folk to chase after me. I suspect maybe he's the ringleader. Hard to say.
If he has all this money, what does he want to do with you?
I'm not so sure. Perhaps I've seen something. Perhaps I know too much. All I know is that they want me in harm's way. And I'm just sure you are the ones to be able to prove it. Please, just do it.
If this isn't pushing too far, when did you first start feeling like you're being watched?
Oh,
How long has it been?
a fine question, I suppose. Oh, it's been at least two whole seasons or so now.
2 whole seasons. And what happened the first time? You remember?
It was so long ago. I can pretty much just remember them watching me wherever I went for as long as I can remember.
Well, where was this forest again? I suppose I don't mind doing a little extra work if I'm here.
I believe he lives somewhere over in the Highborn district. But I'm not allowed around there so much. The guards know me, and they kick me out whenever they see me.
First a blacksmith and then a highborn. I don't know how you make so many different types of enemies.
What can I say?
Well, I suppose we can report back tomorrow, same time, same place.
Oh, yes, that worked excellent. That worked excellent. Let me know what you find. I'm sure you'll find something more interesting from this one.
Oh, I certainly hope so. I don't mind the gold, but a little excitement doesn't hurt either.
I understand what you mean. Well, there may be some of that in the end for you as well. Now, we must be off. Thank you both for the work that you've done.
Mandion Gelden nods, looks towards Ulzgud and nods at him, and I guess we can decide to go on our way if there's nothing else from Ulzgud.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay, all right.
Very good.
All right. Very good, very good. The Bosmer, cloaked and shrouded, moves over yonder, looks both ways across the road, and exits into his home over yonder, out of sight. And what's Mandion and Ulzgud up to now with the knight and Garza to themselves?
Well, I mean, I was planning on going back to sleep, but I guess we don't need to do that anymore. We get our full night's worth.
More or less. I think you guys got just shy of 8 hours or so. That's pretty good.
All right.
Can't ask for much better than that.
I don't know. What should we do in the city at night? I don't know. I wasn't really planning on it. I mean, I guess we can go check out the Highborn district now. Were we given a specific location?
No.
Just in the Highborn district? Did we
Just
get a
somewhere.
description of him? just Boris Kadachi.
Red Guard. He was a Red Guard.
Red Guard. Yeah.
Which, as far as you reckon, pretty rare. So, may very well narrow down your choices quite a bit.
All right. Well, we can go that way.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? We don't have anything else going on really, so.
Yeah. I like my enthusiastic walks at night.
Okay, very good. Continuing going for a nightly stroll. You gentlemen pass into the square and hang by the large temple. Some type of religious structure in all its mighty glory. Its large stairs folding out in the center of its oddly shaped structure footprint. Both of you really not caring too much for it. Pass it on by without a second thought. Let's see. Slipping down in between the alleyways and so on until you gentlemen make your way to the edge of what looks like the fancier side of town. An area not so tread by the Crimson Bones yet so far. The Highborn District, initially pointed out to you guys by Shekel, the sewer man. You have not ventured in this district yet yourselves, and this will be your first foray into it. Immediately, what you gentlemen take note of is, the difference in color palette, even though it's quite dark at night. You can tell first things first, this area is illuminated quite a good deal more. The structures in general seem to be of a higher quality. They seem to be, more permanently made and more pre-planned and finer in construction, make, and model. You take note of, larger number of fenced-in courtyards and etc., and a higher guard population here as well. Even at night, it seems that there's a foot patrol of guards around at least every 10 minutes or so, at a minimum.
Huh, those pompous bastards like to hang out in the rich district, not patrol in the poor districts like they should. Naturally, the Mandion Gelden starts looking around for Red Guard style decorations.
Ooh, interesting. Give me an investigation check, I think, Mandion Gelden.
Investigation check. I have a flash of genius,
So be it.
making that a 18.
Ooh, okay, an 18. You snoop around a bit. You don't see anything really immediately that gives off Red Guard vibes.
Alright.
Now you can tell from the exterior of these homes anyway. You have to delve in deeper, or do some type of exploring.
That's fine. We'll just have to keep exploring. I'll head on in deeper. Do we want to
Okay.
split up at all, or do you want to stick together? How are we feeling?
Yeah, I'll split up if we need to cover more ground.
Cool. Let's do it. Why don't you head straight along the border? I'll head a little deeper. Let's see if this guy's a border man or an up and in man.
I'll slow along the border.
Very good.
Okay. Alright, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker slowing along the border. And Mandion Gelden heading deeper within to the district itself. Leaving the main road and kind of heading along these, not exactly alleyways, but fairly sizable. Just smaller roadways. Often patrolled. It isn't long before you gentlemen making your way through the rather leisurely and pretty fancy side of town. A foot patrol of guards is, heading in, will be upon you pretty soon. Since you guys are splitting up, what's the play from both of you? Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, I guess I'll start with you. Are you like hiding? Are you are you loud and proud out here? What's the play?
I'll stick to the shadows and try and remain undetected.
All right, give me a stealth check, baby.
All right.
See if you can go unseen from this foot patrol. You do your utmost. You do your utmost to do so, slowing into a nearby alleyway. But the position that you find yourself hiding in, you think will be sufficient, and then you find two more guards that come up behind you rather suddenly, and there's going to be a guard interaction in your near future. Mandion Gelden, you got some guards coming your way, baby. What do you want to do? I
want to get it out of the way of the guards.
Are you going to hide? Are you going hide style, or are you trying to move it?
I'm going hide style.
Okay, all right. I'm giving you a stealth
Cloak and
check.
dagger. Stealth check with a flash of genius coming in. I already feel it. I have a flash of genius.
Ooh,
I have 21, if that's even possible. Yeah, 21.
damn,
It's possible.
damn, disturbing. You tuck yourself into a nearby alleyway, and then double down on the ability by tucking yourself in between some crates in said alleyway, ensuring your hidden ability. And you do so rather deftly without making too much noise and clamoring around, and the guardsmen pass you by. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. Unfortunately, you are not so lucky, my friend. These two guardsmen kind of stumble up behind you as you're kind of like leaning behind a crate in this alley. Like, can we help you, sir?
I don't need help with anything. Can I help you?
Maybe so. We're always on the look for suspicious individuals. Have you seen any?
Oh yeah, I actually saw one over that way, and I kind of point from the way I came.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna spin a little tale. I saw a guy, and he had some his fingers were on fire. Kind of looked magical to me.
Magic, you say? All right, give me a deception check, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker.
Right. Sheesh.
This guy did kind of like catch you sneaking behind, like, you know, the crate. So they're kind of, you know, you can tell this guy is, you know, less than pleased and quite sus of you at this time. He's like, hey, look, buddy, we'll go check it out, but do me a favor and don't be here when we come back, okay?
Alright. Fair enough.
Take care. And the guardsman bids you farewell. You know, kind of slowly walking. What's your play, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker?
I'm scooting right out of there.
Okay.
Covering as much ground as I can.
Are you heading deeper into the Highborn district, do you think, or what? You know, what are you feeling?
Yeah, I'll go a little further in.
Okay. All right. Okay. You kind of wait and push across when their back is turned, crossing the main roadway and heading you know, deeper along the house line for cover. You watch as those two guards head down into the roadway, head the way that you were going, run into two other guards, and they like start talking and they like point over in your direction. So, you know, word is already spreading of Ulzgud Bone-Breaker at night, hanging around the Highborn district. It seems. Mandion and Gelden seem having a much smoother ride in the stealth procedure, rather unexpectedly. What's your play as you kind of swell out from your hiding spot?
I'm gonna keep marching in deeper. I'm gonna get as deep as I can and keep looking for signs of Redguard.
Damn. Okay.
I'm not giving up this early.
Very good. So be it. Give me an investigation or perception, I suppose.
Invest deception.
Ooh.
I have a flash of genius.
That naturally, as one does.
17.
All these Jimmy Neutron brain blasts. You're gonna give yourself an aneurysm.
That's level 2. Flash of genius. Brain blast. Come on.
Oh shit. Okay. You don't make out much. Even though this is a nicer area of, you know, of the area, you know, this district is big. You know, the Highborn district seems like it's one of the larger districts of the city, and it seems like it's pretty densely populated. You'll probably have to change position and head even deeper if you want to find what you see.
Oh, this Glarthier won't even believe me even if I do find him and get information. I might as well just spin up a story and meet him up tomorrow and get paid. And I will head back the way I came, not wanting to risk going any deeper.
Okay,
And try
so
to
be it.
meet up with Ulzgud.
So be it. You begin making your way back. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, what are you up to, my friend?
Oh, Ulzgud had intentions of going deeper.
Okay. Alright, you swell in between these buildings and find yourself in another pretty large courtyard. pretty much in the backyards of multiple properties. What do you desire to do from here, my boy? Is there any direction in particular that you fancy?
I'd like this way.
Okay. Alright, you slow. You slow ever furthermore. You and Manny and Gelden pretty much just missing each other. You kind of find yourself tucked in rather tightly between these homes and just narrowly are able to slow your way into a main road. And there's a bunch of guards on this road, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. Seems like you have a patrol coming from the left and a patrol coming from the right. What's the play? Do you want to wait them out? Or do you risk it for the biscuit and try to get them on the first cycle?
I'll wait for a second.
Okay. Alright. Alright. Going the safe road. While Mandy and Gelden, you find yourself at the same intersection and think that the same guards are coming by again. What's the play? Hiding?
I hide.
It's stealth time.
Stealth with a flash of genius. It's my last flash of genius.
We all pray it's a good one.
Flash of genius. It's 11.
Okay. Okay, you pick the same spot to slow in.
Slow.
You find yourself tucked down. The guardsmen kind of, you know, partially come over in your direction, but not all the way. And you seem to have caught a lucky break as they don't fully commit. Like, let's pack it in early. Yeah, sounds good to me. And you hear the two of them wandering off, their lantern light dissipating in the distance, and you breathe a sigh of relief as you were only partially into your hiding place by the time they likely would have arrived.
Thank God. I'll wait a minute to give him some distance before carrying on back the way I came.
Okay, very good, very good. Over the course of this minute or so, the moon getting pretty high in the sky, the moon's getting pretty high in the sky, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker kind of taking a step out of this alleyway after waiting. You take note. Let's see. What would be southward to your left out in this roadway? You take note of a pretty well-lit establishment with a fine-looking brick perimeter fence, probably about a good 3 or 4 stories or so. And it seems like there's 2 armed individuals sitting outside of the property, at attention. You mistook them for city guards earlier, but it seems like they are some type of stationary guard of some type.
And how close am I to them?
Let's see. According to this map, which is partially accurate, I'd reckon probably in the realm of like 60 feet or so.
They're just standing outside this building. Can I see any signs on the building?
No, but it appears to be a residence.
Interesting.
Oops.
Are there any windows or anything that I can see into said residence?
Ooh, truth be told, there's a plethora of windows to help denote its wealth. You know, pretty valuable, large-looking building. It looks to you. Window covered. The majority of the windows, however, seem like they're either barred or like frosted. You know, to some type of degree or another. Pretty hard to make out exactly what's going on there. You do make out what looks to be an individual or 2. It seems to be like on the upper floor. But other than that, hard to make out any real details. At least from where you
I guess
are.
I'll slow him a little closer, see if
Ooh.
I can see anything noteworthy.
Okay, okay. You swell up. Give me a perception check as you cling to the darkness. Mandion and Gelden, you at this time making your way out of the Highborn district.
Ooh.
No Ulzgud Bone-Breaker in sight.
Shoot. Oh, I'm gonna head back towards Red-Face Jack's direction while he's doing what he's doing.
Okay.
Hoping
So be
he's
it.
that way. Either way, I'll meet up with him.
So be it. So be it. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mandion and Gelden.
Yeah.
Ulzgud Bone-Breaker swelling up along the side of the houses along the main road. You peer over yonder at this guarded estate, and it's hard to make out details. It's hard to make out any discernible details as to the individuals within there. You definitely get a better look at the two guards out front, though, and they're definitely not men-at-arms of the city. They definitely appear like they're, you know, private guards of some type, some type of mercenary bodyguard situation. It smells like to you,
All right.
which may very well be commonplace in this area, but you know, it's probably the first building you've seen with such activity, so at least gets your attention. But what else gets your attention is the guardsmen that are coming from over yonder. It's hard, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, not to note the large, imposing tower that is a mere, 150 feet or so away, reaching high up into the sky. It seems like it's like the central citadel, or like perimeter keep wall of the city where the Lord resides.
Okay.
Which could also explain why the guards were so prevalent. This place is pretty close to to where the head honcho sleeps at night.
True.
Is there anything else, Master Bone-Breaker, that you decided to do here?
Where are those guards coming from?
They'll be coming from the south, heading up in your direction.
Do you think I have enough space between me and them to make my way to this alleyway?
Ooh, just the next one down. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I'll try that out.
Okay, all right. I would say you could slow pretty deftly, thanks to your your stealthing ability. Almost par for the course. Let's see. Okay. Mandion Gelden carries on, making his way downtown, walking fast. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker swelling into the alleyway. Are you waiting for the guards to pass by? What's the play, my friend?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait, and if they happen to come this way, I'm just gonna head further down the alley.
Okay. All right, so be it. About a good 2 or 3 minutes pass, and the two guards pass by you down the roadway, none the wiser. Not looking into the alleyway to have a chance of spotting you. Before
Try
too
and,
long.
Pop back to the main road then, if that's the case.
Easily done. The glow of their lantern fading.
And I'll make my way down towards the other bigger alley there.
Ooh, okay. So be it. Kind of swirling in. You are getting closer, it should be said, to to these guard individuals. Are you attempting to swell past them?
I'm just gonna walk by like I'm supposed to be here and not even pay attention to them.
Ooh.
Slow.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. So be it. So be it. That being done, you hear no retaliation being made in your direction, and you've made your way to this other alley space.
What do we got here? We got some windows or anything to look in? More houses here?
Ooh. You're nice and tightly nestled in. And from this point, you have a straight-on view to this compound area. It is indeed, seems like totally enclosed and fenced. A good few windows, again, on each level, but the majority of the first and second floor are dark. It's only a faint glow, of like a warm light within that back second floor room. That seems to be going at all. And a light or two, just lighting this what would be the main road lights, which seem to be more prevalent in this district of the city, that are casting a good amount of light around the front of the property, which you are facing now. Has a pretty sizable door on the front of it, that's for sure. In addition to a pretty nasty metallic gate, in which the two guardsmen are standing in front of. One of them looks more attentive than the other, but they both seem like they're pretty well equipped.
You think this gate is perhaps jumpable?
Ooh, let's see. The whole, yeah. I mean, the gate probably less so than just the fencing around it. I mean, the fencing in the front in particular is really more like chest high, and really more of like a decoration vanity thing. The gate itself is actually a bit more imposing. So I'd say it'd probably be easier to just swell around, the front fence structure, and avoid the guards altogether.
Okay.
Ideally.
Yeah.
That being said,
yeah, I kind of want to see what that is.
Okay. I mean, the entire front of the the property is only 40 feet, so they'll have a pretty decent visual range, across the road in your direction. What's your plan of attack?
Okay. So
Sorry.
I will pull out one of my goblin ribs, and I'm going to try and throw it off to one of the sides to try and see if they'll go over towards the sound of it landing.
Oh shit. Okay. Give me a dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Ooh. Kind of like, say it's a flimsy goblin rib in your huge Ulzgud hands. You thump. You release it out of your, overhand toss at just shy of the right time, and it kind of lobs upward. It doesn't go quite as far as you'd like, and kind of lands more in the middle of the road. And you're like, fuck. And then you hear one of them all of a sudden look up. The hell was that? You hear that? Oh, it was probably just a stone or something. No big deal. No, I'm sure it was something. Kind of like clattered. Like it was like, I don't know. I'm gonna go see. Okay, whatever. And one of the guardsmen kind of wanders down southward a good little ways, but the other guard, unfortunately the more attentive of the two, remains in position.
Alright, let's see. What do I got here?
Seems
That
like
was a
that
goblin
other...
rib. I'm gonna pull out a goblin femur, a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier,
Nice.
and I'm gonna try and just whip it a little bit further.
Okay, alright, okay. Same direction?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, very good, very good. Give me a strength check on this one, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. Going for distance on this one.
So I will say my strength is still adjusted right now
Oh shit!
from
Oh
from the potion.
oh, good call, good call. Yeah, it wouldn't be anymore, unfortunately. I think it only lasts like an hour, right? I better
Correct.
check that. Okay, all right. Well, you saying correct? It's good enough for me. Let's see. Let me do that. See if that fixes it. I think so. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good, Master Bone-Breaker. Ooh. Ooh. Definitely get more distance than the last one. But it's almost a little bit on the lower end. It kind of like hums like right over his head. Thankfully, it's pretty much timed at the same direction, at the same time that he was turning direction, be like, oh well, I don't think it was anything, and then that large goblin femur kind of like clamors, over down south yonder a bit more, and you got book pay, oh, and he kind of like starts to draw the sword at his belt. He's like, I heard that, come out, and he starts heading down further in the direction of where the femur landed, down south, leaving that one guard sitting at the gate, who's now kind of like looking down in the direction of his friend and kind of like starts heading over in that direction.
I'll make a dash for it.
Okay, seeing this guard is starting to move down in the way, looking over at his other friend, probably with him only being about 20 feet away, and slowly moving forward. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker takes the opportunity to dash, closing the distance. And that's where we'll pick up in the next episode, with Ulzgud Bone-Breaker up to no good, about to do who knows what to this property. some Raging may or may not happen. It's too soon to say. It's too soon to say.
We'll see.
Oh, it'll happen.
Oh man. All right, gentlemen. Excellent. Thank you all
Very good.
for participating once again.
Absolutely.